What's going on, Scotty from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach video today. And today is the very first installment of our player profiles. So basically what I'm going to do, or what I have done, is I've researched players who I think are super relevant for good and for bad reasons. I'm just sort of doing a quick overall and I guess giving my thoughts on the selection, few stats, everything like that. Today, we're going to start with Big Maxi Gawn, one of the most, if not the best ruck of the last 6 to 8 years. And Supercoach wise, been definitely top two for that time as well. So there's a lot to get into today. These should be a little bit quicker though than the team update and the team previews should be just a little bit quicker. So before we do get into that, don't forget you can find me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, here on YouTube, The Breakevens. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to all of those social media platforms for all AFL Supercoach content, daily content, that is. And lastly, The Breakevens Open League is out. 266136 is the code. Again, 266136 is the code. Make sure you join. Anyone's welcome. Should be a good time. So let's get into Big Maxi Gawn. If you see me looking over this way, it's because that's where my notes are. So it is what it is. So Max Gawn, 668.9k as a ruckman, of course. In 2024, he averaged 124.1 Supercoach points, and his highest averaging season it was in 2020 when he averaged 139.9 Supercoach points. Absolutely insane. Just under the 140 mark. Yeah, absolutely nuts that. So there has been news that he has a fractured larynx, which is about here. So he wasn't able to talk for a little bit, had to stay away from any physical activity. It's about a 6 to 8 week injury. So I'm pretty sure he's slowly getting back into everything. Obviously, no contact as of yet. So just some small drills for him. This should actually help him, I think. Maybe that aging body is about 34 now. So maybe, just taking it easy. He knows how his body's feeling. He knows when to ramp it up, how to ramp it up. So he's probably just enjoying a little bit of a rest, then he'll ramp it up very soon, which should help him for the long run of this season. So a few stats here. He won 47% of the ruck contest he had in 2024, which is elite. So just under 50% of ruck contests he won. I don't think they went to advantage last season because their midfield was shot. He played 21 games last season with 16 of them over 100. 3 of them were 90 plus and 2 of those were under 80. So pretty good floor and ceiling there. His lowest was a 72. That was against Sydney, I believe in round 1, I believe it was. And he had a high of 180 against the Saints. So that's that floor and ceiling that I was talking about. Absolutely massive. And he's averaged over 100 Supercoach points in the last 7 seasons. So 33, 34 years old. Obviously getting up there, but this year, unfortunately, Petrarca has gone down with some cracked ribs again, so he probably is in doubt for round 1. But Clary's back and he's looking fit and he's firing, so he will have someone decent under his taps. You could say last season, Petrarca was there for a good amount, but then there was an unfit Clary who he just wasn't in AFL Supercoach, AFL mode. That doesn't really care about Supercoach, does he? So, and there's no one to take the ruck off him. They did pick up Tom Campbell from St Kilda, but you'd think that is just in case Max Gawn can't play, laid out due to sickness, or if he's injured, anything like that. Tom Campbell comes in and he'll just take it for how many weeks he needs. But if he's fit, Gawn will be playing. It's as simple as that. Now, I did have a quick look into some stats about the teams that Melbourne played twice this year. So um, these stats after 2012. So since 2012 against Collingwood, which he plays twice, he averages 109.8 Supercoach points, which over a career is great. Against the Suns, he averages 122.3. Against the Hawks, 129.9. Against the Roos, 109.7. 118.7 against the Saints, and 101.9 average against the Eagles. So you look at those sides, and surprisingly, the Kangaroos and Eagles are the lower ones, which you'd think they'd be the ones you'd feast on. But that's since 2012, and he does play all of those teams twice, so that is great. Just a few questions over Max Gawn is, will there be a slight regression because of his age? He averaged 124 last season. Can he do that again? Yes, he can. Number one ruck mainly, but it's not just his tap work. He works hard back. He works hard to go forward. He gets the ball. He takes marks. He tackles. He hits the scoreboard. He does all these 1% of things. He's just not a tap ruckman. He works the ground. He tries to outwork his opponent. We've seen times against like Kieran Briggs, and the likes of like Shrek Darcy at times where he's just outworked them early, and it gets to the third quarter and they're absolutely spent, and then he just takes the PISS. So he doesn't have to rely on just those tap points. Yes, 47% of those have won, so that's great, but also he's moving around the ground. I can see him still going 120 plus quite easily. Do I think he's going to go 125? Probably not. But the other thing is he too much money? 668K and he is priced at 124.1, which is his average. Is he overpriced? You could say yes. Especially like I said, he's probably going to go about 120. So he's probably 4 points overpriced, but he can go 125. It is a little bit harder this year, I feel, because we do have the extra flex position. So to fit him and Sherry in might be a little bit hard. I have found a way to do it though. But there might have to be some sacrifices made, or you might have to choose between Gawn and Sherry. And obviously him and Sherry can do a similar output, I feel. So if you want to go and save a little bit of cash, you can go Sherry, but Max Gawn, when he's fit, he just dominates every ruckman. It does not matter who he comes up against. He can go 180 against anyone. Grundy, yes. Nankervis, I'm pretty sure he went 180 against him last season. Those are two tough ones. Pitternet, who, may not be getting as much games, they bring him in for the bigger guys, and then he can feast on your Marshalls, your Englishes, your Darcy Camerons, your Meeks, TDKs. He's going to feast. So I think Max Gawn is a great selection anyway this year. Just all depends on how he recovers from his larynx injury. So that's going to do it. Nice, short, and sharp. Max Gawn gets 2 thumbs up. That's going to do it for today. So don't forget, you can check out all those other videos that I've already recorded and uploaded. Heaps of information. We've got team previews. We've got my team update. We're going to have more player profiles coming. 266136 if you want to join the Breakevens Open League. 266136. You can follow me on X at Breakevens Pod, on Facebook, The Breakevens, and here on YouTube, The Breakevens. Like, follow, and subscribe on all those social media platforms for daily AFL Supercoach content. That's going to do it for today. We'll see you tomorrow with another banger. And until then, it's bye for now.